April 10th, 2018. How do I blow off steam? I don't know about you guys, but for me, life can get frustrating at times. Constantly bottling up your frustrations is real bad. If you let it build long enough, you can end up exploding and hurting yourself and even those around you. I'm not talking metaphorically here. It can literally kill you. Studies have shown stress can increase the likelihood of a heart attack. Nope, this isn't a post about why stress is bad, or me going over medical studies on the effects of stress over a prolonged period. This is a post on what I do to blow off steam. So get ready to take a look inside my brain. As many of my longtime readers on the site know, books have gotten me through some tough times. I used to plunge myself into fantasy books to escape reality. I don't do this anymore because once you put down or finish that book, it makes reality smack you. What do I mean by smack you? You realize that life still sucks and it will never be as good as the main character in the book that you just read. Don't get me wrong, I still recommend reading books to blow steam, but not fantasy books. I recommend reading self help books. Why? Because they help. Yep, I did that. I made a lame joke like that, but it's true they help a lot. Take, for instance, Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within. It teaches readers how to control their state of mind. Sounds like a pointless skill, but it can help you release stress. How? Because if you can control your state of mind, you can make the little things not affect you anymore. You might even learn a new hobby from a book that you're reading, which can help you blow off steam and also serves as a perfect segue to the next part of this post. I used one of my hobbies to blow off steam and it helped a great deal throughout my high school life. Was this great hobby of mine? Lifting weights and working out. Whenever I was angry or upset, I would use that frustration as a form of motivation. Like most teenagers, I went through that nobody understands me phase. I'm using air quotes, guys. You can't see it. And to cope with my problems, I exercised. Was it healthy? Probably not, but it worked. I will work out until exhaustion, and I will often fall asleep right after. I will be too tired and exhausted to remember why I was upset in the first place. Do I recommend this as a form of blowing off steam? No. It sounds like a good way to get in shape, but doing it the way I did is pretty much harmful to your body. I used to work out past, way past my limits, which would lead me to fall asleep with an Olympic bar resting on my chest or neck. If I was lucky enough to make it to my staircase, my legs would often give out when I tried to walk up my stairs. Now, the problem with blowing off steam this way is that it can lead to you becoming an adrenaline junkie. You might get addicted to the rush that working out gives you and want to feel that way all of the time, which can be a good thing as long as you don't go out and look to do harmful things. But let's be honest, that's never going to happen. So, if you've seen any of my recent videos, then you know I no longer work out to burn my frustration. So let's talk about 2018, Josh. How does Josh relieve his stress now? I create content. A simple yet complicated answer like many of my answers. I use my content as a way to vent my frustration, which is why I often cite what my posts are inspired by. For instance, this post was inspired by the look of frustration on everyone who commuted with me when I took a train the other day. Why? Because there was a rowdy passenger. And it made me think how to vent frustration. I use my frustration to create content for everyone listening, reading, or watching at home, or at work, wherever. Josh, that sounds great. But what if you're mad at your current situation in life? If that's the case, I put more content and work on my books. Why? Because the only way to change my situation is by working harder to change it. I'm stressed a bit today, so I decided to put out content. At the moment of writing the original post, it was 1:30 in the morning. Right now, while recording this is the next day. It's 10:15 p.m. Worked the whole day, and I'm still putting out content. It's not that I was off yesterday. I actually came in on my day off and still put out the content. Why? Because I want to help everyone. Maybe these little tips will help someone learn how to blow off steam in a effective way that's not harmful to others. So the final way in which I blow off steam now is through meditation. Before talking about this form of relaxation, let me say a little disclaimer. I suck at meditating, but yeah, I still try to do it. Meditation helps calm the mind and relax the soul. My mind is almost never calm. It's constantly going with ideas and things of that nature, but I try to do meditation. I do different types of meditation, sometimes guided, sometimes I listen to binaural beats, sometimes I just do silent meditating, just focusing on my breathing. So, what made me start meditating? Well, I have a friend who's a very avid believer in meditation and the powers it brings, who meditates daily. But that wasn't what really made me want to actually attempt to meditate what I could. It's actually Russell Simmons' book, Success Through Stillness, which I read. I had the hardcover right behind me. And it brought up a couple of good effects of meditation, so I decided to do it more and more. Even though I don't do it often, it actually helps me relax. Sometimes you have to just take a breather and a step back from any situation you're in to be able to calm yourself, and that's what meditation does for me. It allows me to take a step back from all my problems and look at it from a different perspective, or even put it off to the side because they're not that big. Problems aren't always that big. They may seem big, but when you look at it from another person's perspective, you're like, wow, that's it? That's why I'm killing myself? Nah. So those are the healthy ways that I blow off steam. Now let me tell you the worst way I used to blow off steam. I used to try and drink my problems away, which makes no sense. After a night of drinking your problems away, guess what? You wake up with a hangover and you come to a realization. Your problems still exist and you just wasted all that money for no reason. Don't worry, it took me a while to figure that out. That's why I no longer drink my problems away because it doesn't work and it's a waste of money. And that's it for this audio rendition of the post. So if you enjoyed it, you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button or click the little bell so you get notified when a new video comes out. You're on the podcast platform, subscribe. If you want to support us, share the podcast or the YouTube video. That's it, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next post. See ya.